Going to a new environment comes with a lot of relocation stressors, anywhere from not knowing anybody, not knowing where your resources are, being thrown off your feet, your routine's out the door. I've dealt with relocation many times in my life, being prior military, and I'm currently a military spouse, so I am subject to moving places every couple of years or so. Process of moving to a new location and getting adjusted is not new to me. I just want to revalidate some ideas or recommendations that you probably already know, and you've just gone through some life events and become very preoccupied with other things and just need a tad bit gentle reminder of the things that makes us very resilient to relocation stress. First and foremost is make a checklist. I don't know if you're someone who enjoys making checklists or you couldn't care less and you're very chill and laid back, but let me tell you, making a checklist is the best thing you can do before moving. You want to do it early, and you want to put every single item with details, specs, and sub-details on how to achieve that specific task. For instance, I recently moved from Nebraska, and the first thing I did was I went on my phone, I went into the Notes app, and I made different categories for necessary items in the moving process. You have to build the right attitude about where you're going. Don't focus on the negatives. I know that Google has this way of giving us grave disappointment about a place. You know, you ever type in Google and you put 10 best things or 10 worst things about moving to X state, and then it just sets you off on the wrong. It's just not a good idea. What you want to do is start thinking about the positive things. Talk to people that have lived there. Go use your resources. Go on social media. What I like to do is I like to instead Google search beautiful spots in this location, and it will take me to all these beautiful scenic pictures, and it gets me excited about going to the new place that I'm going to be moving to, so that if I have a weekend off, I could travel to hopefully what is a close spot to beautiful scenery and just do a lot of hiking activities. Make sure you set up time to give an earnest goodbye to the place you're leaving. I did not do this. I left my beautiful house in Nebraska in a very last minute rushed scenario. I moved into a temporary trailer home in Iowa, and I was going through homesickness. I was only about 30 minutes away from the house that I moved from, so I would frequently drive half hour and pass the house that I live with because I didn't take the time to go through all the rooms in the house and just sit there, stare at it, you know, think about all the memories I had in that one spot and all the settings in that house that really have created such growth in me as a character. I didn't take the time to appreciate where I lived, and it still rubs me the wrong way. I am thinking about my home. I'm missing it hard, and yes, I'm living in a new spot, but I really loved where I lived in Nebraska. I really loved it. So really take the time to get all your stuff done early so that you can spend that last week of just spending the best time in the place that you're leaving. I feel a bit incomplete with how I left my last house, so I really am going to really encourage that you spend that last week giving that earnest goodbye and just making sure that you feel fulfilled before you take that next step into the new place. And most importantly, don't worry. It's going to be tough in the beginning. It might not be tough, but you can get through it, I promise. It's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be rewarding because you're going to take on new cultures, you know, you're going to live in a new environment, learn new things, and have new experiences. You know, there might be some people who've lived in the same state or lived in the same place that they grew up in for years, and while that's a great thing, maybe some people don't have that opportunity to live in the state they grew up in for years. You know, maybe they had to take a job or follow a loved one that took them and brought them to a new environment. So even though you might feel saddened about constantly moving. Take it with a grain of salt and just remember that you're building resilience in your character. You're moving to new locations and you're the one that's living these new experiences in life that many people don't get to have. Think about the positive sides of that. Thank you for watching this video. Just remember to subscribe and like. Thank you for sticking around with me. And remember, you guys, go outside, enjoy your time. It takes time to do something for you. Bye.